Gee whiz. Three major arcanas in here. Four. I think that is the Ace of Wands. So the underlying energy is the Star, but I feel like this was this was brought back by some sort of spark. Now, for some of y'all, you may have had somebody come back from the past, rekindling a relationship of some sort. Some of y'all may have just found your passion, found something that made you tick, made you feel very creative and definitely in your energy, which is awesome. But I feel like it's also an inspiring new beginning here that is definitely towards something creative and exciting. Right? So, there's a lot of passion behind it, and I feel like you have a goal now. You have a star. You have something that you can definitely reach for if you haven't had one already. But if you had one and this is just still something you're still going for, the star is representing what you are going after, what your dreams are, what your hopes are, even what you're healing, what you need to heal, or healing in general. So you can be able to aspire to new things, to better things in your life, or even to happiness that you've been trying to get to for a long time, which I feel that's the case. Now, the challenge of your situation here is the Eight of Wands, rather, and it talks about moving fast, progress being made. Very similar to Scorpio's reading, because they had the Chariot in place of this. But this is talking about progress being made, moving forward. This also can indicate messages back and forth, text messages, Instagram, stuff like that, you know what I mean? Because this is back and forth. This is like messenger sort of like messages, because, you can text back and you get an instant message like that. But this mostly has to do with progress, things moving forward. But the thing that's keeping progress from being moved is the Three of Wands. I feel like there's some sort of, there's a little bit of looking through the looking glass at this moment, because the Three of Pentacles, we'd be talking about planning for the future, right? But recognizing the future at all with somebody to even plan for it. And so I feel like right now, there's a lot of things moving fast, but you're not really seeing a future with an individual, not quite yet. And I don't think that that's a problem. I think that's just like you are in the process of looking at it. Things are moving too fast to kind of get an idea of how the future would look. And I don't think that's necessarily a problem. I feel like this is perhaps even prompting quicker planning, or for some of you guys, the obstacle perhaps is that you're not necessarily, opposed to planning for the future with this person. You just don't have anything ready yet. You don't have anything at all at the moment, perhaps, right? For some of you guys, you're planning for the future on your own, or you don't have a plan quite yet. You don't really have a direction or a goal quite yet of where you're going to be going. Now, in the past, you have the foundation, you have the Emperor. So you definitely were taking more control. You're stepping into a bit of a more my way, the highway sort of energy, or you're dealing with someone that's very stubborn and, direct and very, they're very clear about how they operate, because they're just not going to be doing things that they don't want to do. So this person is, either you are dealing with this individual here that was very stubborn, that had their own way of doing stuff, that were very, that's very action-oriented, someone that you identify as your divine masculine. Or this is you guys taking control. You guys like asserting, control of doing things and taking action on something. Because this is, the Emperor is all about, structure, plans, and, taking action. And I feel like for some of you guys, it was a mixture of both. You guys took action at the same time. There may have been someone around you that was, that took action too. There was a lot of doing in the past, and now there is a little bit of reevaluation, because you have the Eight of Cups coming up. You guys are looking at these cups like, no, this isn't really exactly for me. I feel like this feeling in your power. The Emperor is also someone that feels in their power, very much in control. I feel like you had an aspect of control. It reflected to you back what it is that you don't like about what you have going on here. So this is not, so I feel like right now you are very, very clear of, based off of your time of being in control, being yourself, being, responsible for yourself and the people around you. If there's anybody else around you at all, you recognize what you don't want in your situation. You recognize what you don't like about it at all. Like, you just know, like, okay, I had a sense of control and power in my life, and now I'm in a situation where I don't like anything. I'm not satisfied with anything. I'm not happy with this because it's not under my control, perhaps. Or maybe you're not sure. Maybe you recognize your power, and now you're recognizing the things that you may not like that you now can change about it. Now, it's about taking action and making plans based off of what it is that you're trying to change. Because the Three of Pentacles are coming up. But this isn't going to last forever, obviously, because I feel like right now this is like the stepping stone to getting to wherever it is that you want. You're noticing what it is that what you don't want. Now you have to plan what it is that you do. Because the Three of Pentacles is like, okay, well, you have the opportunity now. You know exactly what it is that you don't want. And you had a little taste of them that you actually enjoy, perhaps. Because, you know, the Emperor could be something that you actually like. You felt more empowered. So I feel like right now you're taking control and making plans based off of where you want to be. You know, what makes you feel the most in control. It makes you feel the most stable. Practical decisions that make you feel more emotionally stable. Now, in the future, you have the World, which talks about a completion of a cycle, the ending of something, and the beginning of something, right? This is the closing of the chapter, but introducing a new one, right? It's successful. You have something here that's given to you because you understood the lesson here. I feel like there's something that you've learned that will be given to you as a gift. This is usually, a Saturn card, right? Because this is, when you do the work that Saturn gives you, he usually rewards you with a gift. And I feel like with the World card, you guys end the cycle, whatever the situation is, you end the cycle with something that you can utilize for the next chapter over. But it feels good to be in a successful place, in a very good place. And I feel like this is like, you just a step away from this. You're not very far from this. It may take some time because Pentacles energy anyway is very slow, but you are ready to go. Now, externally, you have the Knight of Pentacles here. Now, considering that you have the Eight of Cups here in your present, with the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles in your external energy. Sorry, guys. It talks about, again, progress, but slow moving progress, kind of being on the fence, not sure if you can totally commit. Now, I don't know if this is you. I think this may be somebody else who's around you that's not necessarily giving you 100% right now, right? They're not saying no, but they're not saying yes either. They're just kind of hanging on the fence, being meticulous and being very cautious about it. And I think the slow energy can definitely be utilized when it comes to planning for the future. You get exactly detailing what it is that you want, because the Knight of Pentacles is good at detail work, right? He's very good at being very, very precise. And I feel like this energy right now, if this isn't you, this is about, somebody taking their time and allowing you to be very precise about what it is that you do want, because you do have the Three Pentacles here. Now, your goal, aim, ambition / advice that I always say here with these readings is the Six of Pentacles. And this is your goal, aim, ambition is about having a good reciprocation, a good back and forth, getting something out of your circumstance. Whether this is a relationship, career, or whatever, you want to have something that's balanced in your life that you feel good about. And you obviously get something back from, right? Because you probably, like I said, you have somebody that's probably really domineering or very, that oppresses you, right? And not necessarily oppress you, but they really try to exert their control over you, perhaps. And you want an equal give and take. You want something that's a little bit more balanced rather than somebody exerting themselves towards you. And then, like I said before, I still think this is you guys getting a little taste of having your own power. You're feeling in control of your own self. And that is like what caused this dissatisfaction, because you can feel in control and not feel like somebody's breathing down your damn neck all the damn time. And I feel like you guys find an independent way to do whatever you want to do and be happy with it, because you found a better balance. You found that there's people around you that would want to work with you rather than someone that's trying to control you. Because this person in the past is definitely controlling. But again, like I said, I still feel like this is also you guys, feeling more in control of yourself. Not necessarily you can take control of the people. Now, you could have been controlling other people here, and you're recognizing some sort of disbalance with that, but you want to have a balance and a better give and take, because you know what you don't want, which is perhaps taking control of everything. And therefore, you perhaps try to find a better balance between you and another person so you can have a better future together, which is resulting in a happily ever after. I like that. Either one, right? Now, your goal, aim, and your outcome, not your goal, aim, ambition, but your outcome shows here the Wheel of Fortune, which is something else I like as well. This is change of luck. This is the Jupiter card. Jupiter rules you guys. So I like this card here, especially with the World coming up in your future, because it talks about another opportunity, a second chance, another opportunity, another time around. And I feel like this is giving you guys a new chance, a new opportunity to do something that you may have had you may have had the opportunity to do before, but may not have gone the way that, obviously was very, ideal or appealing. Sometimes it may have been an absolute success, but you have a new opportunity to utilize what you know about about the cycle to your advantage, right? You always have knowledge about how to handle this energy differently, right? Because you've done something one way. It's about handling it differently. And I think the reason why there's slow energy, because typically perhaps maybe there was some sort of fast energy here, like the Eight of Wands showing up, and there wasn't a lot of time to really get things moving in a way that was more practical, definitely more towards a stable spot. And I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune here is saying like you have a new opportunity on the way, you have a new outcome coming in. Well, you have a new chance to do something differently, and the knowledge that you've got from the last time you've been through something like this, you can definitely utilize to make your life whatever you're trying to to manifest it to be, whatever your wish or your dream is, you're trying to manifest that to be. You have an opportunity to make that happen, make that so, and it's because of your knowledge, not because you have the opportunity given to you. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and take a look at your romance angels for this week. Y'all have such a great reading. Wow, I love it. Sure, it's a little intense, a little hard, because it's like, yeah, this is a great reading, but that's a lot of work. And I'm telling y'all, it's going to be worth it, because you guys are going to feel better about where you are. You're going to feel like you're getting something out of your circumstances, out of your situation, out of your environment, with the Six of Pentacles there. And I feel like you definitely will too. It's just going to now require you to look at the future, look at potentials, look at options, take time and really plan out what it is that you're trying to, plan out what it is that you need, or what what to do to get to where you want to be. Okay then, and you have playfulness. Nice. And this says, to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay, I like it. So for somebody that's been very serious in the past, I can understand the Eight of Cups being here. Like, you're not necessarily satisfied with how things have been, perhaps, right? Maybe the situation is this, like, you haven't had a lot more fun. Maybe this is talking about doing something you enjoy, or going after something that you enjoy. Doing something that actually feels good to have, good to do, as well as benefit you in the long run. Could be one of those, right? Something that gives back as well as it feels good, because it's like you could have both. You don't ever have to do something that you don't like to do at the same, unless you're kind of, you have committed to it, and you kind of like realize that in the middle of it, like you don't actually enjoy it. But you don't actually have to, you don't have to do anything you don't enjoy to be happy, to get to where you want to be. You just have to work hard at finding what it is that you actually love, so that, and that will propel you faster. That's what's going to get your progress moving. You got a lot of minor arcanas here than major, so this is, everything is very much in your control, regardless if the major arcanas come up. Everything is in your control. Let's see what the Messenger Oracle has to say for the couple weeks that you guys got here. Wow, know you belong. Excuse me, I just felt that sneeze come on. And know you belong is very similar to the tribe. From the Wisdom of the Oracle, as I said before. I say before every time I see this card. Sneezing again, guys. Oh, or not. Oh, yep. Excuse me. But knowing you belong is pretty much like recognizing who has your back, or who resonates with you as someone that has your back. Like with this Emperor energy, it's streaming to me like, yeah, you felt more in control of where you were going, who you were hanging out with, things, etc. But you also had somebody around you that feels like they're better than you in some way, or they feel like they can just control you and tell you what to do. Now, because they think that they're, somewhat superior or something like that, or older, perhaps, and maybe to someone around you that you work with that thinks that they're old, just because they're older and have more experience, they could talk to you and treat you any kind of way based off of what they feel they needs to be done around them, which necessarily isn't the case, right? And I feel like this is talking about knowing where, know you belong. Pretty much means know that you, that the people will follow you based off of how you treat yourself authentically. If you're not cool with this, you have to shine your own authentic light, which makes sense with this Page of Wands, with Ace of Wands here, right? You found your creativity, you found your spark, you found yourself in a way, that fiery, creative, passionate self, and going about, expressing that, putting that in your life in some way, showing that that's what's going to, bring the right people, bring the right dreams, bring the right situation to you. You have to know that not necessarily have to know that you belong, but you have to know who you are to find where your click is, to find where your happiness is, knowing you will help you find what path you need to take to be able to get happy, to be happy. But you have to do it based off of who you are, right? You have to know who you are to be able to go and down the direction that fits you the best. And again, it applies to people. I'm going to go ahead and read the affirmation for you guys too, because I did for Scorpio. So let me go ahead and do that for you guys. This is number 19. All right. You have place. You have purpose. You are special. Do not change who you are just so others might accept you. Do not dishonor your truth by allowing someone else to tell you who you must be. Change made just so you fit the expectations or social criteria of a clique or group does not honor you. You do not need to change in order to belong. You are a blessed child of Gaia and great spirit and belong simply because you are. And that's what I was saying. I feel like you know who you are now. And it's about now finding exactly what matches that. What area in your life matches your soul. Okay? Because you deserve to have what it is that you want, that truly connects you, that makes you feel like, yeah, this is all me. This is me. I feel comfortable here. And I feel like this is the people around me, the environment I have, the home I have. This screams, this is Sagittarius.